Be honest. Somewhere in your house, maybe in the back of a closet, under your bed, or buried in a junk drawer, you are hoarding something completely useless. Maybe it is an old band t-shirt with holes in the armpits, a scratched up coffee mug from a job you absolutely hated, or a decade-old smartphone that will not even turn on anymore. If you saw these exact same items sitting on a table at a garage sale, you would not pay 50 cents for them. But if someone walked up to you right now and offered you $10 to buy them from you, you would probably hesitate. You might even say, "No way, this is mine. It is special." Why do we do this? Why does simply owning an object suddenly make it feel way more valuable than it actually is? Back in 1990, a Nobel Prize-winning economist named Richard Thaler, along with his colleagues Daniel Kahneman and Jack Netsch, decided to study this exact quirk of human nature. They conducted an experiment that would go down as a classic in behavioral economics. They gathered a group of university students and divided them into two groups, the sellers and the buyers. To the sellers, they handed a beautiful, brand new university coffee mug. They told them, "This is yours now. It is your property." Then they asked them a simple question: what is the minimum price you would accept to sell this mug back to us? The average answer was about $7. Next, they turned to the buyers, the students who did not get a mug. They asked them, "How much of your own money would you be willing to spend to buy this exact mug?" Their average answer? Only $3. Think about that for a second. It was the exact same mug. There was absolutely no physical difference between the mugs the sellers held and the mugs the buyers looked at. Yet the mere act of holding the mug and being told, "This is yours," instantly doubled its perceived value in the eyes of the owner. This psychological glitch is what economists call the endowment effect, and it is one of the most powerful, irrational biases built into the human brain. So why are we wired this way? Why are our brains so easily fooled by the mere concept of ownership? It actually comes down to two major evolutionary traits. The first is loss aversion. Psychologists have found that, to the human brain, the pain of losing something hurts about twice as much as the joy of gaining that exact same thing. Think about it. If you find a $20 bill on the sidewalk, you get a nice little hit of dopamine. You feel happy. But if you open your wallet and realize you lost a $20 bill, you are absolutely devastated. The emotional weight of the loss completely eclipses the joy of the gain. Because of this, when we own an object, giving it up feels like a loss. To protect ourselves from that emotional sting, our brains unconsciously demand a premium price before we are willing to let it go. The second reason is what psychologists call the ownership attachment link. The very moment we acquire an object, we immediately begin incorporating it into our sense of self. It becomes a physical extension of our identity, our memories, and our personal history. When you sell your old car, you are not just selling a chunk of metal, rubber, and glass. You are selling the road trip you took with your best friends, the late-night drives listening to your favorite music, and the memory of finally being able to afford your own set of wheels. But a buyer does not see any of that. They do not see your memories. They just see a car with high mileage, a squeaky fan belt, and a coffee stain on the passenger seat. You are pricing your memories. They are pricing a machine. Now you might think this is just a harmless mental quirk, but global corporations and marketing geniuses know exactly how your brain works, and they use the endowment effect to quietly separate you from your hard-earned cash every single day. Have you ever wondered why companies are so incredibly eager to offer you risk-free 30-day trials? Try this mattress for 100 nights. If you do not absolutely love it, we will pick it up and give you a full refund. They are not doing that out of the goodness of their hearts. They do it because they know that once that mattress is in your bedroom and you sleep on it for a few weeks, it ceases to be their mattress and becomes your mattress. The endowment effect kicks in. The thought of scheduling a return, boxing it up, and letting it leave your house starts to feel like a painful loss. So you keep it, and they keep your money. It is the same reason car dealerships practically beg you to take a test drive. Just take it for a spin, no pressure. They know that once your hands are on that leather steering wheel and you are driving down the highway, you start visualizing owning the car. You are not just test driving anymore. You are mentally moving in. Even online shopping is optimized for this. Virtual dressing rooms, custom 3D previews of furniture in your actual living room. It all triggers virtual ownership. Your brain falls in love with the idea of possession, and your wallet pays the price. So how do we break the spell? How do we stop the endowment effect from cluttering our homes and draining our bank accounts? Fortunately, you can fight back with two very simple mental shifts. First, try the reverse test. If you are trying to clean out your closet and cannot decide whether to throw away or sell an item, do not ask yourself, do I want to get rid of this? That question triggers your loss aversion. Instead, ask, if I did not already own this, how much of my own money would I spend to buy it right now? If the answer is nothing or way less than what it is worth to you to keep it, then the spell is broken. It is time to donate it, recycle it, or throw it out. Second, when you are dealing with free trials or subscriptions, use the cash versus object trade. Do not think of canceling a subscription as giving up a service. Frame it as a choice. Would I rather have this streaming service, or would I rather have $15 cash in my hand every single month? By framing the decision as a choice between two acquisitions rather than a painful loss, you bypass your brain's emotional defense mechanisms and make a truly rational decision. At the end of the day, our things are just things. They do not define who we are, and their actual value should not double just because they happen to sit on our shelves. The next time you find yourself clinging to something you do not really need, take a deep breath, recognize the trick your brain is playing on you, and let it go. Your physical space and your bank account will thank you for it. Subscribe for more.